What's up, you guys? Today I really wasn't thinking about making this video because I have another retention video that I want to make, but I just want to get this one out the way because I think it's important to talk about. And that is, if you are on retention, you are going to face spiritual attacks. You see, when you give your life to God and when you stop doing things in the world, when you give up your worldly ways and pursue righteousness, you pursue godliness, the devil, he is not going to sit there and be happy for you. You are going to make yourself a target to the kingdom of darkness. So you are going to face spiritual attacks. You know, me, I've faced a lot of things on my retention journey, just trying to break away from lust, break away from PMO, watching the websites, all of that. I faced a lot of different things in my life, and I want to talk about some of the things that I've faced. So the first thing I want to talk about is just you are going to face intimidated people. You are going to face jealous men and women. You will encounter a lot of these people. So while I've been on my journey, there was this one day, like I was in the gym, and there was this one guy, he was just working out somewhere on like the cables. And there was a part of the cables that I needed to use that this guy, he wasn't using. His stuff was right there, and then he was just exercising around it. And so then me, I just went to go and do my exercise right there. And then this guy, he walks up to me, he was like, "Hey, I was using that." But he wasn't even around it. And you know, in situations like that, me, I'm not afraid of confrontation, but there's no need to create a huge altercation off of things like that. If you're gonna face intimidated people, you have to know how to move around them. So me, I was just like, okay, and then I just went somewhere else. But like that guy, he was crazy saying all that. And next, you are going to face intimidated people, jealous men and women. When you are on retention, you are going to have a certain glow, a certain energy about yourself, and you're going to walk around and people are going to notice that. And when people notice this, some people, they will be jealous because they want that certain quality in themselves, but they don't know how to get it. They want that certain quality, but they're just doing things that are hurting themselves. They're giving into temptation. They're giving into the ways of the world, and that's why they don't have it. You will face people that will try to dim your light. They'll try to take you down a peg, destroy your confidence. And when you start to get blessed, and for me, like I've been going to the gym and I've been seeing certain blessings in my life. Like I've changed as a person, and you know, people that come around me, they're intimidated by me. And all you can do is just focus on God. And you know, some of these people, they'll come and try and do things to you. They'll try and stop the blessings that you have coming in your life. And they'll just try and make your life worse because they see that their life isn't going the way they want it to. And when they see that your life is going the way you want it to, they're going to try and stop that. So another thing that I've faced in my life with retention is I faced like a lot of urges. You know, when I started semen retention, when I started retaining, like the kind of urges that I was getting was very strong, you know, and I've been going on this journey for a while. So like, you know, with going to the gym and just being young, I have a lot of testosterone. So I deal with a lot of strong urges. You know, it's to the point where I'm dealing with urges and I can't stay in the house because it's so strong. I find myself having times to go to the park, just take my Bible and go to the park and spend time with God because I feel like I'm gonna fall if I'm always inside. And I have times where when I'm just doing my work, I'll just go to the library because I don't want to stay in the house because the urges are too much. You know, in the word, it says that if your right hand causes you to sin, you should cut it off because it is better for you to have that part of your body cut off and go to heaven than to have it on your body and then go to hell. And so, you know, that part of the Bible, it's not speaking in a literal sense, but, you know, it means like you have to take things that seriously. You have to take things to that extent. If you are struggling with a certain sin, or if you're struggling with something, you need to do absolutely everything you can to stop that sin. That's why it says you got to cut off that hand, but it's not literally. So yeah. And the next thing that I've faced is nocturnal emissions. You know, when you're not giving into lust, when you're not constantly releasing, your body is going to change. Your brain has been conditioned to think that you should always be releasing. Your brain thinks that you're always with somebody. You're always doing that stuff with somebody when you're really not. And that's going to, actually, the corn industry, it's a lot deeper than we really think. It's so much deeper, because this goes into the spirit. When you're constantly doing that stuff, you're creating soul ties with the corn actresses, and you are creating spiritual covenants with spiritual spouses. This is why you cannot give into this sin, because you are doing things that are far beyond the natural realm. You are creating ties with spirits and demons. And so when you stop this, the enemy is going to attack you. He's going to use incubus and succubus spirits to attack you. And at night, you might find yourself releasing. Me, I can only speak about the spiritual aspects of this, because I don't really know too much about the scientific aspects. I have to do my research specifically with that before I talk about it more. But I can say that if you are on retention, you are going to face those spiritual vampires, those incubus and succubus spirits. And so that's what I wanted to talk about today, because these are some of the things that you are going to face on this journey. You are not going to be attacked if you are sinning, if you are in the world and you are doing what the enemy wants you to do. But when you are following God, that is when you are going to see benefits in your life, and that is why the enemy is going to attack you. The enemy doesn't want you to know what you get when you follow God. The enemy doesn't want you to experience the blessings and all the good things that come with giving your life to God, and that is why he is going to attack you. He attacks you because he wants to discourage you from following him. He wants to discourage you and make you think that being with God sucks. He wants you to go back to the path that you've been on. And so that's all I had to say. So I hope you guys are doing good. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, like, comment, subscribe.